We are back right where we left off. I need to set up some stuff. Let's see if we're connecting back to it. Make sure I'm actually running. Yeah, I'm streaming. Let's go to my dashboard, make sure everything is all set up. Alright, sorry about this. I did mess everything up when I stopped the stream. So I'm just getting this set all back up. And it will take me just a moment. Done. And it does not show me live again. Nope. So let me check on my browser and see if it's streaming there. Nope, it looks like, nope, it says I'm live there. So, nice part is looks like nobody's here to see this, and I get to cut it all out of the YouTube. Let's mute it, because I don't know if you guys can hear me on or hear that. I don't think you can. I think I'm only capturing sound from my headset, so. Alright, I need to refresh this page. And now we are up and running on my tablet. So I can see the chat room, I can see what I'm doing, and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and get back into this. So I just finished the Karnak Castle escape, and I got my 3 new jobs. So as soon as I get Mug with Ferris, I will be switching jobs. I also need to switch jobs here pretty soon. What level am I? I can still use all the summons and stuff that I got, so I should be okay there. You do need to switch back and forth if you're using 2 separate mages, because they level up their abilities, and that allows them to use each new tier of whatever type of magic they're using. So if you don't switch them back and forth, one of your classes will be far behind the other one. Say, if I leave my white mage where he is at Galoof, I'm going to stick with Galoof. If I leave him at what level white mage he is now, he will not be able to use the more advanced white magic. And same thing if I switch him and leave him as a level 2 summoner, he won't be able to use the stronger summons. So you do need to switch back and forth, whereas with your physical classes, you only need to get to the level that you need for the ability that you want. So like, again, I think Ferris, when she hits level 5, she learns Mug, and then technically I would never need to be a thief again, because Mug is the only ability I want from that class. I will probably keep using her as a thief, back and forth with Ninja, because the Thief's Glove can only be equipped to the thief, and that does increase your chance of steal, so I will be using the Thief class for her regularly. So now we're going to go find Mid, who is at the bottom of this. We'll also be getting our next summon, which is Ifrit. Ifrit is a non-missable summon. I think every other summon in the game is missable, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, you have to go up here all the way to the end of that bookcase to open the bookcase, and then you check this bookcase and you're good to go. There's an item over here. You learn a lot of blue magic from these guys. In fact, if you do want your blue magic, I think you need to come back here and... Actually, can I learn White Wind here? If I can, I'm going to do that. Let me get through this battle first, and then I will check. I really need a secondary monitor if I'm going to keep streaming. Um, but I am playing this game, I said in the first part, I am playing this game now at 300% speed, so 3 times its normal speed. That's just for me. I can't stand slow games. This allows me to get through it much, much faster. Not just get through the game, but get to the next part. I'm always more interested in getting to the next part than I am doing the part Moon Flute. That turns everybody berserk, and I believe, again, that is a blue magic spell. So, our knight up there, Bamalo, Bartz, if you will, is going to learn that after this battle. I don't know if there's a specific way to fight these guys. Sometimes you get a ton of them, and sometimes, yeah, I learned Moon Flute. I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here real quick and look up some, what blue magic can learn in here. So I'm just going to look that up real quick, and I know I should look this stuff up before I'm doing it, but I'm never even thinking about it. So blue magic, we can get level 5 death from page 64. So I need to make sure that Bart's is level 5. A multiple of level 5, so I think my next one is 15, and my next one is, my next one is 20, so I'm going to have to come back here to get level 5 death, which I definitely need. Level 5 death is the skill that you use on the Object d'Art from Bal Castle to grind out ability points there. So let's see, what else can we learn here? And so basically it has to be used on him, it has to work on him and kill him, and then you have to bring him back to life. So I could always switch one of my other level 15 characters to that. I think, can I learn? I think magic is universal, so if I learn it on one, I'll get it on the other one. I can also learn Moon Flute and Era. I don't know if I've already learned Era. I may have. I just learned Moon Flute, and I can learn Off Guard. Off Guard is a level 2 skill and requires 60 ability points to learn. Wait. Oh no, I have to get Beastmaster's control ability to learn Off Guard, because I don't think he uses it. Yeah, so I'll have to come back with the Beastmaster to get that. So I cannot learn White Wind here. I didn't think you could. I'm pretty sure you can only, the first place you can learn it from is the Ronka Ruins. So I do want to, we'll go ahead and change Ferris real quick and just try to learn level 5 Death. So I learn it from page 64, so I need to get into a fight with page 64 and then not kill it right away. Make sure I get level 5 death. So, oh, and I just learned Era, as long as I can keep him alive. That's page 64, so we're just gonna let him attack us. I'm gonna keep curing, and then that should be it. Nope, there we go. Level 5 death worked. Now we need to bring at least him back to life and kill this guy. White, cure, and now we kill. Nope, we gotta bring him back to life again. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna use raise. Oh, no. I guess if he was the last one, that would be bad, but he probably isn't. I think there's a limit of 3 that you have to face, so let's try and get rid of this guy so he doesn't use it again. There we go. Oh, that was it. There was only 2. So, learned Era and level 5 death. Perfect. That's everything I can learn without Beastmaster. So we'll change Ferris back into his thief form, and I guess we can equip find passages. I know where most of the secret passages in the game are, so that's not an issue. And then we're going to bring her back to life. In the early game, once you get raised, you want to always use raise as opposed to Phoenix Downs. Phoenix Downs cost you $1,000 just to have one. They're best used on your white mage. No, you can't go in there. So to get Ifrit, you have to go up here. And again, you have to get Ifrit. You go up here. And then you go in that little hole that you just saw. I just wasted a raise. I always do that. It's one of the bad things about having remember cursor on. I cannot see. Okay, that's 3 page 64s. I don't like that because that's 2 guaranteed deaths until I get to level 16 with them. I just got summon level 3. What is my white mage level? Level 3. So we'll get summon level 4 and then we'll switch to white mage and get white mage level 4. I need one more ability point before I can switch Ferris to a thief or to a ninja. I don't think I have any ninja equipment, so I may leave her a thief until I can go buy her some knives, more than one knife. Well, I guess I'd have to move her to the front row. So this is the Ifrit fight. Best bet is to use Blizzera and oh, you can get a Phoenix down from him. That's nice. I think if you just spam Blizzera and oh no, you're definitely going to need a heal. I was going to say spam Blizzera and Shiva, but since my setup is different, I'm going to have to just spam. I'm using Blizzard, not Blizzera. Blizzera does 600 damage. Oh, 700, huh. I'm used to playing my last mage was a white mage. Okay, so I have no mana for heals, so I need to get through this as quick as possible. But it shouldn't be too hard. I need to bring him back to life because I need the ability points. So we're going to... Dang. So don't use... Let's just... Come on. Blaze is going to kill them again. Alright, we're going to end this. I don't care. Okay, well there's that. So let's go ahead and... I don't remember where the next save point is, so I'm going to have to pop an elixir, I think. I can use an ether. Ethers are cheaper. You can eventually buy elixirs. I think they're either 50 grand or 500 grand per... I think they're 50. I'm pretty sure they're 50. I ended up grinding out enough to get 50 of them on my only 4-job Fiesta run. It was difficult. This whole magic process gets a whole lot easier once you get oh, I guess I need 2 ethers for that. Whatever. I am not above using rare items. I know a lot of people are. They're like, save it for a hard position. I don't care. I use them. If you got them, use them. Just use them because it is far too much trouble to try and save them. And then when you really need them, you don't use them. And it's whatever. We'll get 2 Kiras out. I could probably use one more, but I won't. Anyway, once you get the... That was a waste. Anyway, once you get the golden hairpin, that cuts your mana use in half. Great ability, great ability. That was my Donald Trump impression. It cuts it in half, especially for my white mage / summoner, who his summons use a ton of magic. I prefer the golden hairpin to the whatever the helmet that increases your magic stat. For a black mage, the magic stat is great. You'll do a ton more damage. For the white mage, I think it'll increase your cure. But you're already doing a ton of damage, and you will blow through your mana as a summoner. So with Bahamut, it doesn't really matter. If you get super high level, your mana almost doesn't matter at that point, and so it is better to use the stat gain. But after that, it's no. So that was Ifrit blocking or fixing the thing. There is nothing down here. I always go down there though, and I believe there's a save point nearby. But yeah, so Golden Hairpin is the way to go with Summoner unless you are going to grind out a bunch of levels before the end of the game, because the Summoners will just eat mana all day long. Whereas your White Mage will use some mana, but not nearly as much mana as the Summoner. Did I say White Mage? I meant to say Black Mage. Black Mage uses a lot of mana, but not nearly as much as your Summoner. I mean, you can just look at the spells and see. So we are going to fight Byblos next. See, that Moon Flute, it would suck against a boss, but against random battles, it's great. I mean, all my guys do more damage. Oh, Berserk. Berserk is great. Sometimes you don't get to control your character, but you do get buff to attack damage. There is something in here. I know there's a battle first, and then I think that might be the save point. So we'll go here first. I don't, like I said, I tend not to remember the finer points of this game, no matter how many times I beat it. It just doesn't stick with me. I know the broad strokes. I know where I need to go. I know what strategies I need to use to beat a certain boss. For most of the bosses. Some bosses I don't. I know later in the game, a lot of the bosses especially with the run I'm doing, require special forethought before you go into the battle. Like Shinru, definitely you need to make sure that you get Berserk cast on Shinru, because that basically eliminates a lot of his special abilities. He won't use them if he's Berserk, just like when the enemy uses Berserk on you. You don't control the character anymore, they just use physical attacks over and over again, so yeah, that is the save point. I don't think there's anything down there, but I will go check. We do need a tent to restore mana. The thing about tents only restore a certain amount. I think it's an amount, and if you so it restores a certain amount of MP and HP. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to do the fight again. I should have checked down there first. Tents will only restore a specific amount, I believe. I don't think it's a percentage, because if it was, you'd be able to use you'd have to use 2 tents from the very beginning of the game. So I think it's a specific amount of hit points and magic points. So later in the game, you will be using 2 tents to heal up. If that's a problem, you can always get cottages. So maybe it tells you here. Recover all members' HP and MP. And recovers... It says that, but anyway, it won't recover all of their HP and MP. It'll just recover all characters. So it'll recover all 4 characters, some of all 4 characters' HP and MP. Whereas cottages work just like going to an inn. It'll restore everybody to full everything. So cottages are the way to go later in the game. They should generally be saved for right before a boss any other time. So we're gonna always steal from bosses. Always. Generally bosses have the best items. I believe this guy is weak to fire, and that's why you get Ifrit. Oh, why can't I use Ifrit? I don't know. I'm not paying attention, but I should have used haste. His physical attacks do a lot of damage, so I am going to haste my white mage and pop out some potions with everybody else and get protect out. So you got to make sure these guys are to the point where they're not going to die from a single shot. Ooh, that was it. That was the one shot that I was worried about. So we're going to potion with him. And we're going to raise with him. That is good. It'll take away Lena's. So we're going to use Cure on Lena. Oops. And we're going to use Protect on Lena. Because of that physical attack, it hits hard. I'm going to Cure him because... And I'm going to drop a Cure real quick. And then I will raise Ferris, but I want to make sure that I don't die to that. So I'm going to use another Cura, and then I will raise Ferris. Can I use slow on him? Always try and use slow. Oh, I can, in fact, slow him. Perfect. So let's go... Does everybody have protect? Okay. No, he doesn't have protect on himself, so we're going to protect him. And then we'll raise Ferris. With slow, this should not be much of a fight at all. We're going to drop a Fyra because... Raise. Now you see that attack went from over 100 damage to 92. That's great. Ooh, out of mana. Okay. Let's go. We're just going to use an elixir. Screw it. Nobody's in the chat room. Nobody's watching. We need to, as soon as possible, get him healed up. Can't use regain on everybody, so regain is something I never bother with. You know what, I'm going to drop a cure on him just to get him up to full, so he can't be one shot, and then we can drop a potion on, or a, if it goes that far, we can drop a protect on him later. Zero damage, so we need to get back to white and use a Suna on him, but hopefully this fight's going to be over any second. Ooh. That was bad. Okay, let's, I know I got it. Where is it? Where is... Oh, I can't use it yet. Gotta level up my white mage. See, there's the problem. So I can't use that, so I'll just use Ifrit. See, there's exactly what I was talking about. Oops, I just smacked the headset. And that was it. One Ifrit and like 5 fires killed him. I did learn Magic Hammer.